Welcome to today's Explainer. We live in this era of just unbelievable, unprecedented technological advancement, right? But when we look back at the deep past, we're hit with these profound, mind-boggling enigmas. Today, we're exploring 5 ancient wonders that literally continue to baffle historians and scientists alike. Let's get into it. 5 ancient mysteries science still can't explain. And look, these aren't just myths or legends. We're talking about real places and real artifacts that expose some massive, glaring gaps in our modern understanding. Some secrets, it seems, remain fiercely guarded by time itself.
So, to actually probe these forgotten civilizations and abandoned temples, researchers are working at this wild intersection of the ancient and the ultra-modern. We're talking about blending dusty old manuscripts with cutting-edge satellite imagery. It's like a giant puzzle where we're finally using space-age tech to see things that have been completely invisible to the human eye for centuries.
Which brings us to mystery number 1, the Great Pyramid of Giza.
Millions. And I really want you to think about that number for a second. We aren't just talking about a large building here. We are talking about over 2 million massive limestone blocks. The sheer logistical nightmare of organizing, cutting, and placing millions of these giant stones. Some of these weigh as much as modern cars. It's absolutely insane, and it's exactly why the structure remains such a massive marvel.
But here's the real kicker, the huge knowledge gap we're dealing with. Today, we can bounce laser measurements off these walls and reveal an architectural perfection that we would honestly struggle to replicate right now. Yet they pulled this off by hauling gigantic stones across the scorching desert using, pretty primitive methods. How do you connect that grueling manual labor to the absolute laser precision of the final structure? It is a profound, profound puzzle.
Moving right along to mystery number 2, Stonehenge and its incredible celestial alignments. Because look, Stonehenge isn't just a random circle of rocks stacked in a field, it's actually a massive celestial instrument. The precision with which these enormous, super heavy stones were transported and placed perfectly matches the movements of the cosmos. Perfectly. It really forces us to ask, how on earth did these ancient builders possess such hyper-advanced astronomical knowledge without any modern instruments?
All right, mystery number 3, the Moai of Easter Island.
So, researchers generally believe the construction process involved assembling these big wooden sledges, attaching thick ropes, and then painstakingly moving these giant statues across the island. But contrasting that immense human effort are the incredibly haunting scenes we find there today. You have these abandoned quarries, half-finished statues just left in the dirt. It's literally the remnants of a civilization that seemingly exhausted its entire pool of resources just in the pursuit of monumental engineering. It's kind of tragic, actually.
Which takes us under the sea for mystery number 4, the Antikythera Mechanism. Discovered heavily crusted in coral inside a sunken Greek shipwreck, the Antikythera Mechanism it's a staggering anomaly. It is an ancient bronze astronomical calculator packed with intricate, sophisticated rotating gears. Finding this was a real game changer because it proved the ancient Greek world possessed mechanical engineering capabilities way, way beyond what historians ever thought possible.
And what's super fascinating here is that it literally took modern X-ray scans and 3D reconstructions to finally unlock its secrets. By looking past all that corroded bronze, scientists realized this completely isolated device was performing highly advanced astronomical calculations. The real mystery isn't just how it works, but how this hyper-advanced tech existed so far ahead of its time. Honestly, it makes you wonder what other knowledge might have been lost to the depths of the sea.
And finally, our 5th and final mystery, the enigmatic Nazca Lines.
Etched directly into the dry plains of Peru are these absolutely enormous geoglyphs. We're talking a hummingbird, an intricate spider, a massive monkey, and this incredibly sweeping silhouette of a condor. The sheer scale of these drawings is so immense that creating them required absolute flawless mathematical precision right there on the desert floor.
But the crucial puzzle here, the thing that really boggles the mind, is the gap in perspective. If you're standing at ground level, these designs are completely invisible. They just look like random lines scratched in the dirt. But from the sky, breathtaking, perfectly proportioned art is revealed. So how, and more importantly why, were these made by a civilization that couldn't fly? Why create a masterpiece that literally requires an aerial view to even be seen?
As the saying goes, some mysteries survive every generation. From perfectly aligned megaliths to ancient analog computers and massive desert art, these enduring enigmas remind us that no matter how much our science advances, our ancestors still hold some incredible secrets. Which kind of leaves you with one massive thought. 1,000 years from now, which of our modern achievements will be the unsolved mysteries of the future? Keep questioning the unknown.